Hare Rama, Hare Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Girdhari Radha Girdhari Radhe Jaya Radha Girdhari Radha Girdhari Radhe Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radhe Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radhe जय राधा रस बिहारी राधा रस बिहारी राधे जय राधा रस बिहारी राधा रस बिहारी राधे जय राधा मदन मोहन राधा मदन मोहन राधे जय राधा मदन मोहन राधा मदन मोहन राधे जय राधा बांके बिहारी राधा बांके बिहारी राधे जय राधा वृंदावन जय राधा बांके बिहारी राधे जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भव तुम्हें जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भव तुम्हें जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। बोलो श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यशोदनंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यशोदनंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीर वनचारी यमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayetam Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya Bhagavatim Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Welcome everyone in Bhagavad Gita class. So last time we have covered till 7.18. We'll start from 7.19 today. First we'll recite first 5 verses. 7.18 Udaraha sarva evate jnani tvatmaiva me matam asthitah sahi yuktatma mameva anuttamam gatim. All these devotees are undoubtedly magnanimous souls, but he who is situated in knowledge of me, I consider to be just like my own self. Being engaged in my transcendental service, he is sure to attain me, the highest and most perfect goal. 7.19 Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan mama prapadyate Vasudevah sarvam iti sa mahatma sudurlabha. After many births and deaths, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders unto me, knowing me to be the cause of all causes, and all that is such a great soul is very rare. 7.20 Kamaya tair tair hita jnana papadyantenya devataha tam tam niyamam asthaya prakritya niyatah swaya. So those whose intelligence has been stolen by material desires surrender unto demigods and follow the particular rules and regulations of worship according to their own natures. 7.21 Yo yo yam yam tanum bhaktah shraddhayarsitum ichchati tasya tasya chalam shraddham tameva vidadhamyaham. I am in everyone's heart as the super soul. As soon as one desires to worship some demigod, I make his faith steady so that he can devote himself to that particular deity. 7.22 Sataya Shraddhaya yuktas asyaradhanam ihate labhate cha tatah kaman. mayeva vihitan hitan. Endowed with such a faith, he endeavors to worship a particular demigod and obtains his desires. But in actuality, these benefits are bestowed by me alone. 7.23 Antavattu kafalam tesam tadbhavati alpamedhasam devan devayajo yanti madbhakta yanti mamapi. Men of small intelligence worship the demigods, and their fruits are limited and temporary. Those who worship the demigods go to the planets of the demigods, but my devotees ultimately reach my supreme planet. 7.24 Avyaktam vyaktim apannam manyante mama buddhaya param bhavam ajananto mama avyayam anuttamam. Unintelligent men who do not know me perfectly think that I, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, was impersonal before and have now assumed this personality. So, due to their small knowledge, they do not know my higher nature, which is imperishable and supreme. 7.25 Naham prakasah sarvasya yogamaya samavritah Mudhoyam navinjanati loko mama ajam avyayam. I am never manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. For them, I am covered by my internal potency, and therefore they do not know that I am unborn and infallible. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamcha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Desha Tarine He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna. So once again welcome. So we are at 7.18, 7.19, 7.18 we have seen. We'll revise what we have seen in the last one. So last time we have seen 7.18. Udaraha sarva evate jnani tvatmeva me matam astitah sahi yuktatma mamevanu uttamam gatim. All these devotees are undoubtedly magnanimous souls, but he who is situated in knowledge of me, I consider to be just like my own self. Being engaged in my transcendental service, he is sure to attain me, the highest and most perfect goal. So Lord Krishna is saying to Arjuna that, Arjuna, those who are worshipping me, they are like me. Although Lord Krishna says that no one is above me or equal to me, but devotees are like me. So all devotees are magnanimous, but he who is situated in knowledge of Krishna is the best. Those who are knowing about Krishna, who is Krishna? So Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So those who have knowledge about Krishna, they are great, they are best. All are magnanimous, because anyone who comes to the Lord for any purpose is called Mahatma or great soul. So if you are remembering Lord, if you are visiting Lord, if you are going to temple to visit the Lord, to see the Lord, these are all equal. Whether you have some desire from Krishna, or whether you want to know about Krishna, whether you have lot of knowledge about Krishna and you want to have more knowledge, that is all equal. So Krishna is saying all are magnanimous. No one is less or greater. But devotees are best. Why? Because they have knowledge about me and they think about me. They work for me. Their desire is for me. So their everything is for Krishna. That's why they are best. So devotees wanting some benefits out of devotional service are accepted by Lord, because there is an exchange of affection. It is like give and take. You give me something, I will give you something. So that is called affection. So Krishna is saying that if one has got some give and take relation, that is also good. Okay. So devotee in full knowledge is very dear to Lord. It is like teacher is teaching to each student. Every student of the class, there are 60, 70, 100 students. The teacher is teaching to all the students equally. It is not like that I will teach him so that he can stand first in the class. No, it is not like that. So Lord teacher teaches every student in the same way, in the same class, the same method. But the one who is listening to teacher sincerely, once he can stand, become first, he can have more knowledge. Okay, he can acquire more knowledge, he can perform better. Okay, so he is the best. So similarly, all devotees are magnanimous, but the one who has knowledge about Krishna, who knows science about Krishna, is the best. Since their only purpose is to serve the Supreme Lord with love and devotion. Devotee's purpose is just to serve the Supreme Lord somehow. Whether he is walking, he is visiting the temple. If he is thinking about Krishna. If he is talking, he will talk about Krishna. So all time, all his senses are engaged in Krishna's thought, Krishna's movement. Cannot live a second without serving the Supreme Lord. Devotees cannot live a second, a moment without Krishna, without thinking about Krishna, without serving to Krishna, without serving devotees, without visiting temple, whatever. But they cannot live without Krishna. So they want to engage their all senses entire time in the service of Supreme Lord Krishna. Supreme Lord is very fond of his devotee and cannot be separated from him. So Krishna is very much fond of his devotees. Why? Because devotees think about Krishna and Krishna think about devotees. So this is the affection. If you call Krishna, Krishna will come to you very fast. Okay. It in Srimad Bhagavatam in 9th canto, 4th chapter, 68th verse, it is rightly said, Sadbha Sadhavo Hridayam Sadhavo Hridayam Mahyam साधूनां हृदयं त्वहं मद अन्यत्ते न जानन्ति नाहं तेभ्यो manag api. The devotees are always in my heart, and I am always in the hearts of the devotees. Lord Krishna himself is saying, the devotee does not know anything beyond me, and I also cannot forget the devotee. So there is a very intimate relationship between me and the pure devotees. Pure devotees in full knowledge are never out of spiritual touch, and therefore they are very much dear to me. Okay, so conclusion is intimate relationship between Krishna and pure devotees. The devotees are always in my heart, and I am always in their heart. So this is the conclusion, summum and bonum of the entire Bhagavad Gita. Devotee think about Krishna, Krishna think about devotee. Devotee does not know anything beyond me, and I cannot forget the devotee. Okay, so devotees have knowledge, entire knowledge about me. They know about Krishna. And if devotee know about Krishna, how can Krishna forget devotee? Impossible. Whereas Lord Krishna resides in everyone's heart as super soul. While being with the devotee, he also resides in everyone's heart as super soul. So whether you remember Krishna or not, Krishna always remembers you. But the one who is remembering Krishna, Krishna remembers most. Okay? So there is a competition among devotees, among living entities. How can you remember? How can you serve Krishna? How fast you can serve Krishna? How fast you can think about Krishna? How fast you can talk about Krishna? Okay, so there is a competition. Then text 7.19, we will start from here. So bhakti, devotional service is very rare. Everyone wants to serve their senses. But if you serve Krishna, it becomes devotion. It becomes devotional service. You are performing devotional service. If you are performing devotional service, it means you have got relationship, you have understood relationship with Krishna. That is very important. Okay, 7.19, very important sloka. Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan mama prapadyate vasudevah sarvam iti samahatma sudurlabha. After many births and deaths, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders unto me, knowing me to be the cause of all causes, and all that is. Such a great soul is very rare. After taking many births and deaths, if there are many who wants to know about Krishna, out of that some are able to know about Krishna. They know me, great. Why? Because I am the cause of all causes. Lord Krishna himself is saying, I am the cause of all causes. So Lord Krishna is the creator of spiritual as well as material energy. Lord, because of Krishna only this entire world manifests. It doesn't happen automatically. It is the will of Krishna. Krishna wants to manifest. If Krishna wants to manifest, it will be manifested. If Krishna doesn't want to manifest, he can unmanifest also. So manifestation and unmanifestation, both are done by Krishna. Krishna is the responsible person for manifestation and unmanifestation both. Okay, so devotional service is very rare. Every living entity is hankering behind to satisfy the senses. Okay, so realization of one fully in knowledge. The one who wants to realize Krishna, the one who is working for realization, knows that spiritual life is full of activities. which are eternal and blissful and not just impersonalism, Vaidism. So those who are following impersonalism, they can know Krishna is Nirakar. They don't believe, they don't have faith in the existence of Krishna. Okay, so they are lacking from knowledge. They lack the knowledge. Material world is a perverted reflection of spiritual activities. So whatever we are seeing in this material world, it is the perverted version of spiritual. So whatever you are seeing real in this material world actually is exactly opposite of this in the spiritual world. So it is the perverted version, perverted vision. Like one tree is standing on the bank of a river. If you see the tree in the river, you can see that it is opposite, upside down. Okay, so you can see the branches down and the roots are above. Similarly, the material world is. So whatever is there in the spiritual world real, we can see here it is not real, it is Maya. So that's why we say Maya. Maya means what? Something which is not real. Okay, but in spiritual world there is only reality. You will find that in spiritual world every devotee looks like Krishna. So if you have not performed devotional service, you cannot identify who Krishna is. Very difficult. So material world is a perverted reflection of spiritual activities. Understands, those who are performing devotional service, they understand Lord as the cause of all causes, and thus realizes a universal vision of Vasudeva. Sees all in relation to Lord. So the one who are in knowledge, they relates everything to Krishna. Krishna resides in everyone's heart. Krishna resides in every atom. Okay, Krishna, because of Krishna, manifestation and unmanifestation is performed. If Krishna is there, Krishna was there, Krishna is there, and Krishna will be there. So before annihilation, before manifestation, Krishna was existing. It is true. And after manifestation, Krishna is there. And after annihilation, Krishna will be there. So Krishna is eternal. Soul and super soul both are eternal. So soul belongs to Krishna, super soul belongs to Krishna, and soul belongs to living entities. So soul and super soul both resides in our heart together, like two birds sitting on a branch of a tree. Super soul guides soul, what is correct, what is not correct. So it is the responsibility of soul to control the mind and act accordingly. So understands Lord as the cause of all causes. So devotees, those who are knowing Krishna, they relate everything to Krishna. Why? Because Krishna is the cause of all causes. So all this vision precipitates full surrender to Krishna or as highest goal. So all this knowledge tells about that surrender unto the lotus feet of Krishna. So those who have knowledge about Krishna, they are totally dependent on Krishna. So we are all dependent on Krishna, but Krishna is not dependent on anything, anyone, any living entity, anywhere. Krishna is independent. Although Krishna has manifested, Krishna has created everything, but Krishna is independent. Like the lotus flower is there in the water, but water never touches lotus flower. So lotus flower is independent of water. Although the birth of lotus flower happens in the water, But lotus flower is not dependent on Krishna. Or it doesn't look like, or if you put a drop of water on the lotus flower, it will come down, it will fall down. But lotus flower, water will never touch to lotus flower. So lotus flower, although being in water, is independent of water. Similarly, Lord Krishna has created this entire material universe. But three modes of material nature which are there in this material world never touch Krishna. So Krishna is independent of this material nature. Okay, so Supreme Personality of Godhead is the ultimate goal of spiritual realization. Therefore, surrenders. Reference in Shvetasvatara Upanishad 3.14 to 15. Reference Chandogya Upanishad. Life is the center of all activities. Life is the center of all activities. In Shvetasvatara Upanishad, verse number 3.14 to 15. Sahasrasirisa Purusha Sahasrakshah Sahasrapat Sa Bhumin Vishwato Vritva Thyasitad Dasangulam Purush Evedam Sarvam Yadabhutam Yacha Bhavavyam Uttamasavyo Yat Anendrihati. In the Chandogya Upanishad 5.1.15, it is said, Na vai vacho, na chakshumsi, na srotrani, na manamsiti, akshate prana iti evakshate prano hi evaitani sarvani bhavanti. In the body of a living being, neither the power to speak, nor the power to see, nor the power to hear, nor the power to think is the prime factor. It is the life which is the center of all activities. Similarly, Lord Vasudeva, or Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, is the prime entity in everything. Okay, so Krishna is the prime entity in everything. So those who are performing devotional service, they realize that they are dependent on Krishna. But those who are enjoying in material world, they think that I am independent of this material world. We are all dependent on Krishna. We are part and parcel of Krishna. So Krishna is Vibhu and we are like Anu. So we have same quality as Krishna, but Krishna is Vibhu. Krishna has everything in maximum quality. The quality belongs to Krishna. We have got a very, very minute quantity, and once we get this minute quantity, we think that we are great. No, that is the wrong thinking. Okay, so in Bhagavad Gita 7.17 also it is told, in Bhagavad Gita 11.40 it is explained. In 11.40 it is said, Namah purastadat prishtataste namostostu se sarvat sarva eva anantaviryam it vikramastvam sarva samapnosi tatosi sarvaha. Obeisances to you from the front, from behind, and from all sides. O unbounded power, you are the master of limitless might. You are pervading, and thus you are everything. So Krishna is everything. Krishna is pervading everywhere. Okay, so when trying to give up attachment to materialism, there is some learning towards impersonalism. Okay, and advanced, those who are advanced, how they think? Later understands that there are activities in spiritual life, devotional service, and thus he becomes attached and surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, so this is the 7.19, which tells bhakti is very rare. Everyone wants to satisfy their own senses. But there are people, those who perform devotional service, they can relate, they can have relationship with Krishna. They can become devotee, they can become friends. Okay? So there are 9 types of devotional service. Okay? And there are different kinds of relation which you can relate with Krishna. Okay? You can become devotee, you can become friend, you can become parent of Krishna. Okay? All these things are there. You can become das. Then summary, section 7.20 to 25. Others who have no knowledge, those who surrender to demigods, those who are impersonalists. Those who are lacking from knowledge, they will never surrender unto the lotus feet of Krishna. So Krishna is great. If you know about Krishna, if you think about Krishna, you can also become great. Okay? So like our body, we have got different parts. We have got stomach, we have got head, we have got ear, we have got nose, we have got mouth, we have got hand, we have got leg. So all these parts of body are working to feed the stomach. So no part is independent. They are all dependent on this body. If hand says I will not walk, then how you can feed your stomach? There will be problem. Similarly, Lord Krishna is supreme. He is great. He is like our body, and we are like parts of this body. That's why we say that we are part and parcel of Krishna. So Krishna is supreme whole, and we are part and parcel of that whole. So in verse number 20 to 23, surrender to demigods, those who intelligence is illusions. Surrender but to demigods. They surrender but to demigods. Why? They want some immediate benefit. There are people, they worship Uma Devi to get beautiful wife. There are people, they worship Indra to get rain. Okay. There are people, they worship Saraswati to get knowledge. So all these demigods are created by Supreme Lord Krishna only. So he has created all these demigods for different purposes. Okay. So getting their temporary rewards, they go to the planets of the demigods. So if you worship Indra, you will go to Indralok. If you worship Brahma, you will go to Brahmalok. Okay. If you worship sun god, you will go to sun planet. If you worship moon god, you will go to moon planet. But Krishna's devotees go to his eternal planets. An impersonalist, it is told in verse number 24 to 25, less intelligent men think that Krishna is impersonal, had only assumed his current form and personality. Okay, so people think, those who are don't have faith in Krishna, they think that Krishna is like us only. He has got some more strength, more power. Okay. So Krishna's Yog Maya covers these foolish and unintelligent men so that they can never know him. Because they have less knowledge, they don't do sadhu sangha, they don't read our scriptures, they don't go to temple, they don't listen lectures, they don't follow acharyas. Okay. So that's why their knowledge is captured by Krishna. They are illusion in material world. They cannot see. There is a curtain. So without of that curtain, they cannot see beyond. So Krishna, it is Krishna's mercy. It is the Krishna's illusory energy has captured their knowledge, and they will never come to know about Krishna. Okay, that is told in verse number 24 to 25. So why demigods are considered as, why demigod worshippers are considered as less intelligent? Why? Because Krishna is the original person. And demigods are considered as top class Vaishnavas. You can forget Krishna, but demigod can never forget Krishna. Because they know whatever they have, it is because of Krishna. Krishna is the original creator. Krishna has given this mercy to them so that they can reward to less intelligent person, those who are worshipping demigods. So Krishna is the source of everything. Lack of knowledge about Krishna. They don't know about Krishna. Krishna makes faith steady, required by a living entity to worship the demigods. If one wants to worship demigods, have some desire, want to get some benefit, they start worshipping demigods. So Krishna is the only person who steady their faith, keeps constant, so that they can worship demigods properly and they can have their desire fulfilled. So Krishna bestows with benefits through the demigods. So although it seems, we can see that demigods are giving boon, but it is gained by Krishna only. So it is the mercy of Krishna that you are getting boon, reward from demigods. What is the result? They go to demigod worshippers. So if you are worshipping moon god, you will go to moon planet. In Bhagavad Gita 7.20, it is said that basis of choice of worship, different modes and natures, different demigods. Okay, and in Bhagavad Gita 7.20 to 24, 20 and 24, intelligence is stolen by material desires. Why? Because their knowledge is captured by the desire. So when you have this material desire, that is lust. Okay, fruits are limited and temporary. Okay, so when you have material desire and you think that the fruit is very great, no. Whatever material desire you have, material desire can fulfill only material fruit. And material fruit is not eternal, material fruit is temporary. But if you worship to Krishna, whatever you get, that will be eternal. So only an eternal person can give eternal benefit. So Krishna is eternal. So if you worship Krishna, you will get the eternal benefit. Okay, so Krishna's devotees go to supreme planet of Krishna. So whatever result you get after worshipping demigods, that is perishable. But the result of devotional service unto Krishna is unlimited and eternal. It can never be perished. Okay, so if you worship demigods, you will go to the demigod planet. If you worship Krishna, you will go to Golok Vrindavan Ham, back home, back to Godhead. So in text number 20, people whose intelligence is stolen by material desires often surrender to demigods. So it happens because of lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge about Krishna. Lack of knowledge about supreme truth. Lack of knowledge about absolute truth. Krishna is the only truth. No truth is above Krishna. Krishna is the only truth. If you know Krishna, you will know everything. You are beyond the truth definition. Because why? Krishna is the ultimate truth. Okay, so in Srimad Bhagavatam 2.3.10, it is rightly said, Akama sarva kamo va moksha kama udaradhi tivrena bhakti yogena yajet purusam param. Less intelligent people who have lost their spiritual sense take shelter of demigods for immediate fulfillment of material desires. Generally, such people do not go to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. because they are in the lower modes of nature, ignorance and passion, and therefore worship various demigods. Why? Because of lack of knowledge, they start worshipping demigods to have temporary benefit. Okay, so who worship demigods? Those who want to have material desire. Those who have material desire and want to have some material benefits. So they are less intelligent. Why they do go to demigods? Because they are less intelligent. They are living in passion. They are living in ignorance. They are living in rajogun and tamogun, not in satogun. So attitude, they have lost the spiritual sense. They have lost the spiritual, they don't have faith in Krishna. They don't do sadhu sangha. If you don't do sadhu sangha, it is very difficult to have knowledge about Krishna. Their desire, they want immediate fulfillment of material desire. They have desire. I want to have more money. I want to have rasgulla, so I have to earn some money, then I can go and have rasgulla. They are affected by three modes of material nature. They are in lower modes. Because of these lower modes, they never think about Krishna. They cannot think about Krishna. Until and unless you associate with devotees, you do sadhu sangha, you read scriptures, you follow Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam will never happen. So Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam happens because of Krishna's mercy, because of Krishna's devotee, because of Krishna's representative. So motivation, motivated by small desires and do not know how to realize Supreme God. Okay, so they want quick benefit. Because devotional service takes some time, lot of effort, so they don't want to invest their time over there. Okay, they want to waste their time in material desire. So whatever they do, they are satisfied. They go to some demigods and ask for the boon. It is fulfilled and they forget. They never try to know about how they got this reward. This reward is the mercy of Lord. Demigods are able to give this reward because Krishna has given to them. So indirectly you are worshipping Krishna only. But if you directly worship Krishna, you can get the eternal reward. So if you get the reward through demigods, that is temporary, that is material. But if you get reward by Krishna, the same reward will be eternal. They think demigods are better for certain purpose, as per their study of Veda, sun god, health. They worship sun god to have good health. Okay. So what is the result of worshipping demigods? Repeated birth and death. You cannot cross beyond this material world. But if you worship Krishna, you will be liberated. No, you will get liberation from birth and death cycle. Devotees, they understand only Krishna is the supreme. Master and all others are servants. Never goes to the demigods for material needs. They know Krishna, so they are dependent on Krishna. So if they are dependent on Krishna, why will they go to some other demigods? They depends on the Supreme Lord and is satisfied with whatever He gives. Whatever Krishna may give a little to demotivate devotees, but devotees have the permanent faith. They have eternal faith on Krishna. That's why Krishna has also eternal faith on devotees. So whatever the Krishna gives a little or more, they are satisfied by that. Qualification of begin devotees, one who is freed from material contamination, can surrender and engage in bhakti. So who can do bhakti? The one who can surrender unto the lotus feet of Krishna. So results of devotees with material desires should still resort to the Supreme Lord, soon become free from all material desire, material lust. So this material desire is lust only. So wherever Krishna is not there, lust will be there, material desire will be there. They belong to the three modes of material nature. Okay, so this is the results of devotees with material desire. Reference 2.3.10. Akamah sarva kamo va moksha kama udaradhi tivrena bhakti yogena yajet purusam param. Okay. So results of pure devotional service. What is the result of pure devotional service? Go home back to Godhead. You will associate with Krishna. You will get chance to do bhakti. You will go to Krishna's dham, Vrindavan, Golok dham. Okay, so that is the result of Krishna. So 7.20 sloka. Kama satya satyara hirita jnana prapadyante devata tam niyamam asthaya prakritya niyata swaya. So those whose intelligence has been stolen by material desires surrender unto demigods and follow the particular rules and regulations of worship according to their own natures. Okay, so they worship demigods to get some benefit, quick benefit you can say. Okay, then 7.21. Krishna supplies faith offered by the worshipper. So even though you are worshipping demigods, it is supplied by Krishna's mercy only. 7.21. Yo yo yam yam tanum bhaktah shraddhaya rachitum echhati tasya tasya chalam shraddham tameva vidadhamyaham. I am in everyone's heart as the super soul. Krishna is saying, I am the super soul residing in a heart. As soon as one desires to worship some demigod, I make his faith steady so that he can devote himself to that particular deity. So once you start thinking about some demigods, Krishna steady your faith so that you can worship that demigod and you can have some reward. But this reward is given by you only. All the demigods are top class Vaishnavas. They worship me. They have faith in me. They are completely surrendered unto me, unto my lotus feet. Okay, so why Lord facilitates the living entities to enjoy and fall into the trap of illusory need? Lord has given us a free will. Lord cannot force us to do the devotional service. So Lord has given us free will. So what we are doing? We are not worshipping Krishna, we are worshipping our material desire. So whatever is happening unwanted, that is because of your hankering behind the material life. Okay, so if the super soul does not give such facilities, there is no meaning of independence. So Krishna has given independency, or Krishna has given free will. You decide what you have to do, and Krishna is there in our heart as super soul, tells also that this is wrong, this is right, do this, don't do this. But for the material benefit, for short benefit, we start serving the material world. We chose. So that is the whatever material loss we are seeing in our life, it is because of our choice only. You have chosen that path as better. Whereas you can have worshipped Krishna and can have lot of reward, their eternal rewards. So the reward which comes from Krishna is eternal. So along with facilities, he also gives the ultimate instruction as the path to real happiness. So Krishna as super soul tells us what is wrong, what is right. Okay, so gives up all other engagement and fully surrender unto me. Sarva dharmana parityajya mam ekam saranam. Okay, so Krishna is saying, give up everything, surrender unto my lotus feet. I will destroy all your sin, and you will get liberation. You will come to back to home, back to Godhead, my Vrindavan Golok Dham. So Krishna is giving guarantee in Bhagavad Gita only in 18.66 sloka. So both living and non-living entities, or both living and demigods, are subordinate of Krishna only. So demigods are dependent on Krishna. All living entities are also dependent on Krishna. So the one who is dependent on Krishna, or demigods are dependent on Krishna, how they can reward living entities? So this mercy comes directly from Krishna, but we are getting it indirectly by worshipping the demigods. Living entities cannot worship by his own desire. Lord inspires the particular mode of devotional attitude towards a particular demigod. Why? Because in your mind you have some benefit, you want some profit, you want to have some boon, you want to have some reward, some particular kind of reward. Suppose you want a good health, and from Veda you come to know that how you can have good health? From Vedas, from sun god, by worshipping sun god. So this knowledge you get from Veda, you follow Veda, and Krishna makes your faith steady so that you can worship that sun god and you can have a good health. That is written in the Vedas. Nor demigods can bestow benefit without the supreme will. So when demigods are giving you bestow, it is the will of Krishna. So Krishna is giving you this reward indirectly, or you are getting it, you are receiving it indirectly. So even a blade of grass cannot move without the will of the Lord. See, everything is dependent on Krishna. So Supreme Lord is Vibhu, and we as a living entities are Anu. So we are in minute. Okay, so we are dependent. Lord do not interfere but facilitates, like Supreme Father for all living entities. Okay, like a father has 4 sons, so he has given freedom to all 4 sons. Whatever you want to can do, you can do. Father cannot force that you do this. That is wrong also. Okay, so sun god gives good health. Saraswati, Mata Saraswati gives education, and Uma Devi, if you worship Uma Devi, you will get beautiful wife. And if you so likewise demigods have been given this mercy by Krishna only. So it is the Krishna's will that demigods can reward all these things. Okay, so next time we will start from 7.22. If you have any question, you can ask. श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय, Srila Prabhupada की जय. No question, so we'll stop over here. Hare Krishna. वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. हरे कृष्ण.